show up to you.
Exactly. And you can read all about it. You can certainly book online as well if you feel like you want to do that. But we find that people often would prefer to talk to somebody. This is kind of an epic trip, I would say, and maybe something you want to talk to somebody about.
It's a jam-packed itinerary, that's for sure, in a very good way. It's just enough to sample a lot, but not be overwhelmed. Some on the sea, some on the river, some on the land. Lots of food, lots of history, as much as you want to dip into whatever your bend is. If you're into the culinary world of Portugal, the wine world of Portugal, the history and the architecture of Portugal, which are all spectacular. I've done a crash course on Portugal now that this has been announced. It's real, it's happening, and I can't wait to see this place. It sounds amazing.
All right, we're going to talk through it a little bit more when we come back. The trend right now, though, is for radio hosts to get tattoos on their trips, I hear. Is that something you're looking at
Who
doing?
started that?
Yes, graffiti.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he midlifing or what?
Too funny.
Did he get pierced too?
Hey, bring that up to him.
Gene Miller's on with us. Rose Gray, of course. It is a Fox World Travel Show. We'd love to hear from you. 855-616-1620. Thanks for listening to WTMJ this morning.
You're off to see the wonderful world, and then it's back to your own castle. Make sure yours is beautiful and up to date. Siding Unlimited, Wisconsin's best contractor for everything on the outside of your castle, welcomes you home to the best it can be. You should not have to worry about your home's integrity while you are away. Let Siding Unlimited ensure it with all the best exterior products. Hometown Siding Unlimited is recognized as one of the best contractors in America by the manufacturers of the nation's best products in siding, roofing, decks, and especially windows. They have the awards. Take the initiative, and Siding Unlimited will make you proud to come home every time, whether it's from an exotic tour or from the grocery store. Set up an appointment with Siding Unlimited for your castle renewal now, and we'll see you when you get back. Bon voyage from Siding Unlimited, and then welcome home. SidingUnlimited.com.
Save on the best quality furniture and mattresses during the Memorial Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. With major discounts from our premier suppliers, you will save big bucks on top brands like Bradington Young, made in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Bradington Young is known for its fine quality leather upholstery. Fjords brings you modern Scandinavian designed recliners and sofas, ergonomically engineered for more hip and back support. Norwalk, with American roots that go back over 100 years, specializes in making furniture just for you. Choose the piece, style, fabric, or leather you want, and in just 35 days, we'll deliver your new sofa, chair, or sectional. In stock or special orders are all sale priced. Need a little help putting it all together? At Ken Michaels Furniture, our design staff is ready to help you with your purchases, and it's free. Stop in today and save during our Memorial Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture on Capitol Drive in Brookfield, Highway 100 in Greenfield, or our downtown Mattress Factory showroom.
We didn't write the headline, the Wall Street Journal did. The days of set and forget investing just ended for many Americans. Economic uncertainty and global unrest. It's a wake-up call. Standard financial advice is to avoid making rash decisions during market turmoil. But retirement planning isn't a set it and forget it process anymore. That's where Annex Wealth Management comes in. As fee-only fiduciaries, we craft personalized plans that adapt as needed. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Head to annexwealth.com and click the Get Started button.
For people with disabilities, an opportunity can make all the difference. Get help navigating the transition into adulthood, employment, housing, healthcare, and more with Thinkability Wisconsin, a resource hub that empowers people with disabilities.
So this job makes me feel very confident. My goal is always to grow myself and learn new things.
Live life to the fullest. It all starts when you say yes. Contact a Thinkability Navigator to get help at thinkabilitywi.org.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray. Going to be a beautiful day, sunny and 63 in Milwaukee, 71 inland. And as I'm looking at foxworldtravel.com and I'm looking at this Portugal trip with Gene Miller, I'm noticing two things. One, when you get retired, you have time to grow a beard because he doesn't have one on the website, but he does here in person.
You just get too lazy to shave is what you do.
And you have time to come in on radio shows when you need to. So.
Exactly.
And leave your wife to do all the work at home, it sounds like.
Rose didn't tell you, but I mean, I literally was standing on Wisconsin Avenue holding a sign saying, "We'll talk on the radio for food." I mean,
It's true, and so we let him in. But I also want to point something else out. So Jean and I and Luann are leaving on a trip to Scotland in a couple of weeks, and if you want to know how somebody feels about traveling with Jean Miller, we've got another radio personality who is traveling along with us. How did that happen?
I don't know. It just was spontaneous combustion. But yeah, Steve Scafidi is going to be joining us with his wife.
Yeah.
What?
So, and
Yeah.
I'm like he's a passenger on this trip, if you can
Nice.
actually believe this. So he said, all I ever hear about is how much fun it is to travel with Jean Miller. So he reached out and okayed it with Jean. It wasn't like a surprise.
I think it was some sort of Christmas present or something between the two of them. I forget. In my age, things don't linger very long between the years. But yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a blast to have Steve along on that trip. 2 weeks from today, we leave.
That's going to be
Right.
a fun
And that's
trip.
one of the reasons we wanted to make sure this Portugal was launched and up and ready, because what's going to happen, I predict this, is the people that are on this trip with Jean in Scotland, and that sold out rather quickly last time we put that one up for sale, are going to say, okay, this is so much fun. What's our next adventure? And then they're going to start booking. So we're giving you the advantage if you're not traveling with Steve, to Jean, but even if you are traveling with Jean, get the deposit now. So how do you go about doing that? You call 866-GO-FOX-GO, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Then you're talking to a human being, and you can get the ball started that way. You can walk into one of our offices. We've got offices throughout Southeast Wisconsin. You know where they are. You can find them on our website if you don't know where they are. We've got virtual people, because I believe there are people who are former KTI listeners who have spread their wings and flown away to different parts of the country or world and want to come along. Then you go ahead and you don't buy the air package with us, and we either see you in Lisbon when we arrive, or you fly to Chicago and then fly with us. Lots of different options.
Wait, you were on WKTI?
For a week or two. Yeah. I was an intern.
The fact that I'm sitting across from you, by the way, is amazing to me, because you were who I listened to growing up. So this is awesome. Every time I see you, I'm just in awe.
I hope I didn't.
absolutely- yeah.
Well, you make me blush. I
just
hope I
enough.
didn't warp you too badly between the ears. But
So, well, that might be what's going on. That might be. So, you kind of gave an overview of what you can do here. What are some of the highlights of this trip that people would maybe not know about, because maybe they don't know about Portugal?
Right. So I think one of the things we want to point out is we're going to start out by doing 3 days in Lisbon. Sometimes we do river cruises. And Jean, how many times have you sailed on Avalon?
I want to say 4.
Okay.
A
lot.
2 in Germany. Yeah, 1 out of Amsterdam. Yeah, this would be the 4th. Yeah.
Okay. So we love Avalon. We love it for a multitude of reasons. We love the panorama suites. We love the way that they operate their beverage service. Just lots of different things. But we should also point out, it took Avalon a little bit of time to get on the Douro River. There were a few other river cruise companies, and it's a challenging river when it comes to river cruising. And so they had to build a special hulled boat for this particular itinerary, and they wanted it to be perfect. But we waited. We waited so that we could be with Jean on the Douro on Avalon.
All the timing worked out, and seeing pictures of the ship that we're going to be on, it looks beautiful. It follows in the stead. If you've been on Avalon River cruises before, it will match and exceed your expectations from the looks of things. It is just spectacular, and it's cozy. It's that's the beauty of river cruising. I mean, big cruise ships are great, lots of opportunities that way. But if you've never done a river cruise, it is so much fun. First of all, just to have your room come along with you as you're going down a nice, beautiful, historic river through Europe. And the other thing about Europe, too, I've come to notice is the cities are ancient there, obviously, and they were built to the river. And that's their front door. So as you're going through these beautiful historic towns and villages and the huge cities, the river is welcoming it. You're not seeing the backs of things. You're seeing it's their front door, it's their front yard. And that's how you make your entrance into the city. And it's just wonderful. And the history that you see along the way, in the middle of the night, just to be cruising along with your doors open in your suite and listening to the world go by, it's magical. And then once you step off the ship, Portugal is yours.
Sounds lovely.
Exactly. And we're going
Way
to
to
see
sell
some,
it.
Yeah, so this ship is even small. Gene has been on some of the ships that have been 120 and 130. This ship is only 102 passengers. So it's very, very small. It's very, very intimate. We promise we will do a Q&A with Gene, but that's not even something that is a one-off, because you can talk to Gene and Luann anytime you want. They will dine with you. They will interact with you. They will engage with you. They will answer all of your questions. And that's one of the reasons we keep doing Gene Miller trips over and over again.
She said anytime you want, 2 a.m., I'm calling you.
Yeah, here's my room number.
Exactly.
I'm very flattered that you say that, Rose, because to us, the joy is, besides seeing and doing everything with Fox World Travel and Avalon, is also meeting all these people that say the same stuff that just warms your heart when you get to be at my stage of my career. Is we listened to you growing up. You're part of our lives. You were on when we were doing this, whatever the case may be. And to hear that is selfishly very invigorating and gratifying. But it's also nice to know personally that I touch people's lives, but also to get comfortable and find out about them. Everybody in this state knows somebody somewhere. It's not 6 degrees of separation. And you start talking about hometowns, high schools, people you know. Oh, I know him. I know her. Wow, how didn't we meet before?
Right.
And it's just so much fun. By the time you get off that ship at the end of this trip, you're friends. And other people come along. They don't care if I'm there. I mean, Portugal's a big deal, bigger than Gene Miller. So if you just happen to stumble on this and wondering who's that old guy on the radio talking, come along anyway. We'll meet you. We'll greet you. We'll have fun.
Awesome. Well, we do have to take a break. Kathleen from Franklin's on. She's going on the Scotland trip. Can you stick around, or you have to get to work?
That mulch pile can wait.
Okay. We will be right back. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
I'm Monica Kessler.
Monica makes sure that everything at Kessler's is worthy of a lifetime warranty.
The quality of your ring is incredibly important when it comes to diamond setting, ring sizing, and repairs.
Monica has been part of Kessler's since she was 6 years old.
Let me tell you how to judge the quality of the jewelry you're buying.
It's easier than you think.
All you have to do is read the warranty.
Most stores offer a 5-year warranty, but Kessler's offers a lifetime warranty, the strongest in the world.
We can do it because we put more gold in your jewelry.
When a jeweler wants to make a bigger profit, they put less gold into the jewelry. This makes it thinner and easier to break.
Theirs might look like ours at first glance, but Kessler's jewelry is made not to break, and that takes more gold.
We give you a lifetime warranty because our jewelry is made to last forever, just like your love.
Gold is more than $2,000 an ounce.
Kessler's gives you more gold, a lot more gold.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Healthy joints, healthy lifestyle. Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Arthritis, injuries, wear and tear, common joint issues that keep you from doing what you love. At OAW, a visit to the doctor doesn't always mean surgery. Everyone is different. Surgeons, nurses, physical therapists work together to come up with a plan for you. Maybe it's PT, medication, injection, and if you do need surgery like I did, you know you're in the best of hands. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. Book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
If we imagine the Church of God like a good old Louisiana gumbo, it's not the diversity that defines it, but the lifeblood of God's Lamb, Jesus, whose love has the power to bind diverse people together. It may be different than it used to be, but in Jesus, this is what family looks like.
Dr. Michael Ziegler this week on The Lutheran Hour.
The Lutheran Hour, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on WTMJ.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Thank you for listening. It's going to be a decent day, so get outside and enjoy the sun. And 71 if you're inland, 63 near the lake. Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray and Gene Miller talking about the big Portugal trip that just got announced recently, going May 30th through June 10th of 2026.
Oh,
so
thank you for bringing the dates up. I think neither of us did that.
Exactly.
Today. Well, yesterday.
Yeah. So that was another reason that we kind of did this, because I was like, okay, this is a year out. One of the texters just texted, I so highly recommend Portugal. It is a beautiful country and so affordable to travel. It should be on everyone's bucket list. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's go over to Kathleen in Franklin. Thanks for holding on. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
So you're going on a trip with them, it sounds like.
Yes, good morning, Jean. Good morning, Rose. I don't know if you remember Bev and I, but we traveled with you often.
I actually, when I saw
we're
your
going
name
to
come up, I
Scotland
knew
with
it
you.
was you. Oh, we're so pumped about this. I can hardly stand it.
So are we telling the truth, Kathleen?
Well, you know,
What's
go
that?
ahead.
Yeah, I say, are we telling the truth so far? Is it fun traveling with us?
Oh my gosh, we were kind of thinking that we might be done going to Europe, but then Scotland came up, and Jean was there, and Rose was there, and we were like, we've got to go. So we will join you in Scotland in a couple weeks.
Outstanding. I'm starting to pack already, getting my stuff sorted out. And yeah, another part of doing these trips is Rose Gray. What a great attraction. What a veteran who knows all the rules. Yeah, you just don't have to think. And I like that at my stage of life. Rose and Fox World Travel handle everything for you. It is super, super smooth. If there is a hiccup, Rose knows how to deal with it because she has seen it and has done it all. It really is fun.
She is a force of nature. We've seen her in action. She's a blast to travel with. She's just a blast to travel, and she's one of the nicest people you're going to meet, as you are, Jean.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. Yes. Well, so are you flying out with us? You're getting you're getting on a motor coach someplace, and you're flying with us?
Yes, we are. Yep.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Well, I can't wait. As Jean said, he started at least getting sorted out a little bit. I started trying to look at a weather forecast so that I'm prepared, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I think it's just going to be a fantastic time. And then I know, Kathleen, that when we get back, you will be more than happy to jump on and tell us how wonderful it was.
Oh, absolutely. You know me, I can talk about anything, anytime.
Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
Can't wait to see
You're
you
welcome.
2 weeks from today. I promise not to wear a kilt.
No, we want to see the kilt.
Oh, that's all right.
Kilts, please.
That's all right. You can wear a kilt.
Icky bad.
Give our best to Luann.
Thank you so much, Kathleen.
Jean, give our best to Luann.
Have a good weekend. 855-616-1620 if you want to join in on the conversation. We're talking travel. Thank you so much for coming in today. Are you hanging out or you got to go? Because Luann's like, he's stalling. He's not coming home.
Oh, she's seeing right through my game right now. And, I'll take the extra half hour here without a pitchfork in my hand.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on for one segment. Half hour later.
Exactly. He's staying.
Thanks.
We appreciate you coming in today. Someday I got to get on one of these trips with you. If Scafidi can go on, then I need to book on one of them as
Exactly.
well.
But you got to check with the celebrity host.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Anything else you want to let people know before we wrap up this half hour?
Just please check out my social media. I've got the link up there to the Fox World Travel site for this wonderful trip, Portugal, vineyards, and villages along the Douro with some guy named Gene Miller. Again, it's May 30th of 26 through June 10th of 26. It will fly.
It will. And again, you can get the information right there on your own mobile device by texting FWT to 855-616-1620.
All right. We are going to take a break and go over to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Elizabeth Lintonen. Gosh, I'll get it. This is the first time you're here today. Lintonen, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks. I'm good.
Good.
You almost got it. You're pretty close. I'm Elizabeth Lintonen in for Sean Brinda. Milwaukee police are investigating a fatal shooting that occurred this morning at approximately 5 a.m. This was on the 4600 block of North 41st Street. The victim is an unidentified 18-year-old. They sustained fatal gunshot wounds and were pronounced dead at the scene. This investigation is ongoing, and Milwaukee police continue to seek an unknown suspect. Anyone with any information is asked to contact the Milwaukee police. Pool season in Milwaukee begins today. Milwaukee County pools are officially opened. This includes Cool Waters in Greenfield, whose opening was originally postponed due to inclement weather. Milwaukee County is also offering the sale of season passes for the pools. For a complete list of pools and their hours, visit Milwaukee County's website. A famous pop star and her biggest purchase yet. Taylor Swift has purchased back all of her music, the masters for her 6 original albums. They had been sold against her wishes in 2019 to Ithaca Holdings and Scooter Braun. He then sold the masters to Shamrock Holdings, which is now selling them to her. The selling of her music prompted her to re-record all her old albums, which brought on the Eras trend, leading to the Eras tour. Now she's buying them back with the revenue she earned from that tour. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic, we're still looking at a major construction closure heading southbound on I-43 from Estabrook Park just around to State Street at the downtown interchange. We're also looking at a couple incidents now near the Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport. Will look like a crash, blocking the right lane when you get on the heading northbound. Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Saturday, mostly sunny, hazy sky, high of 63 at the lake, 70 inland. Tonight, mainly clear, low of 46 degrees. Sunday, mostly sunny and beautiful, high of 68 at the lake, 76 inland. Monday, sunny, breezy, and warm, high of 82 at the lake, 86 inland. Tuesday, partly sunny, warm, and a little humid. Showers and storms likely at night, high of 81 at the lake, 84 inland. Wednesday, a cool down morning, showers, mostly cloudy, high of 68 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 56 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 55 degrees. And in Milwaukee, it's 50 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Lintonen, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 9:31.
Traffic is sponsored by Angela Calais and Benefit Realty.
At Benefit Realty, pay only 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission and get all the service that you should. Benefit Realty, you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
When we're out in your town, come say hi as we broadcast live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
Anytime you hear us when we're on the road, you can find us live from our brand new mobile studio.
Whether it be Summerfest, EAA, Opening Day, Air and Water Show, wherever we may be.
You can see us on the radio, live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
News Radio 620 WTMJ.
You'll find that the licensed and certified electricians from Quality are top-notch. We've been around for over 60 years, so expect nothing but the best. And here's the kicker. With over 60 vehicles out there on the roads, you're not going to have to wait very long at all for the electrical service you need now. This is Anthony Zanevsky. For all your residential electrical needs, call Quality.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. Over 60 years in business, with over 60 vehicles out in the field so we can respond ultra quickly to your emergency AC needs. When you call Quality for emergency AC service, you can count on a swift response to get the job done right away. So if the heat's got you to the point where it's just too hot to handle, call Quality and we'll get you the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Politics, work, daily stressors. Let's take a break from all that and get centered, Christ-centered. I'm Pastor Tim Butker. Join me each week for Christian Crusaders, a broadcast that highlights the gospel, the good news of Jesus, and our belief in the authoritative Word of God. Christ-centered, gospel-oriented, Bible-based, Christian Crusaders. Please join us Sundays at 6 a.m. on WTMJ. We'd love to have you worship with us.
Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray and Gene Miller. Taylor Swift bought her Masters back for $360 million. How much is Journal Group asking you to pay to get your Masters back from the Reitman and Miller show?
Thankfully, all those are out in the ethers. And they're headed out in the far reaches of the solar system, never to be heard again.
Oh, man, that'd be fun to listen back to some of those. You got to have some cassette tapes in the basement that you could break out.
I do, and they're embarrassing. Every now and then, I listen to about 5 minutes and go, oh, my God. There was a time and a place for all that.
855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. We have a text here that says, I'm interested in the South African trip but my husband is worried about the long flight. Any recommendations on upgrades for a more comfortable trip?
Yes. So, whenever you see a Fox World Travel trip, you're going to see it with air inclusive, and you're going to see tour only. And we do that because, number one, we know this is a far-reaching radio signal, and we also know that you can now listen online, and we also know that we've got people who don't live in the area but still know about Fox World Travel. And that being said, you can always book just the tour portion, and then you can add your own air. So then what we do is we look at the itinerary that we're going to be offering. Now, on Gene's trip for May, it's too many months away that we don't have that information yet. We know what we want. We know what we're looking for. And as soon as that comes out, we will post that. And then you can say, okay, I want to fly with the group, but I don't want to fly in economy class, which is what you get when you buy the air inclusive package. So you can work with your travel advisor who can recommend several other cabin categories on that same flight, one of which would be business class. And if I was flying to South Africa and money was not an issue, I would buy a business class ticket. But if I was a little bit more concerned about the budget, I might consider options like a premium economy of some sort. Now, you can certainly wait until closer to the departure to do that kind of thing, but those seats sell out fast. So that's why we give you the air information as quickly as we can. Now, remember, you can buy airplane tickets in almost all cases, not Southwest Airlines, but all other cases on major carriers 330 days out.
So we're getting close.
We're very close. So once we get, next month or 2 months from now, we'll have that information.
So walk
out.
me through this then. So I buy this package now.
Yep.
Then you guys will say, hey, the flights are out. Here's the ticket you get.
Yes.
But then I can call Fox World Travel and say, I want to upgrade.
Yep.
Is that how that works?
Exactly.
Okay.
So what we say then is maybe just buy the tour only package, or you can say, yes, I want the air only package, and then decide I would like the air taken off. I'm going to go ahead and do my own air. We also understand some people have frequent flyer miles and they just want to use those, and it's not with the same carrier, and we'll meet them in Lisbon. That's not an impossibility at all. We've had lots of people who have done that with the
Do you help
Jeans trip.
coordinate that though?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not impossible.
People are brave. They will make their own trip to fit their needs and accommodations and what they want to do, and Fox World Travel will make it happen so that we can become one at some point in the journey and see the adventure that we're about to take off on.
Right.
I used to do trips with Fox World Travel when I was a full-time guy in radio, and we did these trips with me.
You know the feeling.
I can reiterate what you said earlier. People become friends. We still hang out with people that we did trips with years ago. We still connect with them and do things with them. You become friends quickly, but also what you said, there's no worry when you're working with Fox World Travel. They take care of it all.
They really do.
And that's one of the big benefits of doing it as a group travel.
And for a lot of people I know, that travel is intimidating. It's scary, especially to a foreign country. It's like, what happens if? What happens if? That's where Rose and the folks at Fox World Travel come in. If you have a question, they'll answer it. Some of them are probably maybe even personal as to what you need for your own accommodations or whatever. Medical things, all that kind of stuff. They have the answers. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. Have you started Duolingo Portuguese yet?
I have not.
You have not? All right.
Should I?
Okay, you know why he's bragging? Because this morning, Dayton and I were texting back and forth about some show content, and he answered me in Italian.
No, well, it looks like Italian. Italian and Spanish are very similar.
They are, but so normally you would have said prego because you're saying you're welcome, right? And
I said por supuesto,
which is
of course,
of course, it is.
Yeah, so I'm doing the Spanish. My wife's doing the Italian because we're going to Italy in October.
Oh.
With Fox World Travel.
With Fox World Travel.
You will love it.
So, again, this is going off like a year from yesterday is when we're taking off on this, and people need to get on sooner than later because the last one to Scotland sold out quickly. That we're assuming this one's going to do the same thing.
We are assuming that. And again, it's a smaller ship, and we have a certain number of cabins allotted to us, and when they're gone, they're gone. There are certain cabin categories. Again, that's another reason that you may want to talk to a human being at Fox World Travel, and they can walk you through the differences between the various staterooms.
Yeah, the panorama suite.
Yeah.
That one looks nice.
Exactly. And it is. And that one of the things that Avalon is so proud of is these panorama suites, and Jean's been in them. There are floor to ceiling patio type windows, like 7 feet by 11 feet wide, and you open up your drapes and the world is there for you to see.
Your bedroom becomes a balcony pretty much, and you're just jetting down the river. I have a sun deck upstairs. The food is fabulous. It's always great on these river cruises, usually using all local the recipes and ingredients and such. Did I mention the wine? Also very local and all. So you're getting the taste of the country as well. You're not just, open your palate up and explore these things. And the people, all the people that serve you and cook and bartend, and everyone is friendly, helpful, courteous, speaks English, so you don't have to worry about that if language intimidates you. And again, you get to be friends with some of those folks by the end of the trip, too. Certainly, in some cases, I've seen bartenders become friends with people on our trips.
With some people.
Some people.
I don't know.
No
remember
names.
who. Okay, good. So I have one other question on that.
Sure.
So dinner time, meal time. Is it like assigned seating, or do you try to eat with different people throughout the week to get to know other? Like, how's that work?
My wife and I will dine with whoever will have us. We try not to force ourselves on anybody, but like Rose says, I'm there to be with the people as the people are to meet each other. I'm just another guy. And if people don't want to talk, if they don't want to visit, if they have their own groups, fine. But we try to get to everybody for one meal every trip at least. And by the end of the trip, it's, everybody knows everybody, and wherever you grab a seat and all that. And the big allure on this trip, obviously, it has gone understated, is my wife, Luann. She's a blast. She's always the rock star on the trip. She is funny, entertaining, tells you everything about me. That if you have burning questions about me for whatever reason, she will tell you the unvarnished truth, and be ready for that. But she is a real attraction, and it's just a blast being able to do this with her.
We should also point out there's an early booking discount that ends June 30th of $250 per person.
Oh, yeah, that's probably important to point out.
It's substantial, yeah.
Portugal Vineyards and Villages along the Douro River with 3 nights in Lisbon with Gene Miller, May 30th through June 10th of 2026. If you text FWT to 855-616-1620, you'll get the direct link and see all the information there. You can even click on Plan Your Trip. If you don't want to click and just book it right online, click Plan Your Trip, say I'm interested in this trip, and somebody will reach out to you on Monday and get you set up with all the information. We are going to take another break. It is the Fox World Travel Show. Thank you for listening to WTMJ.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde for Excel Custom Decks. I'm the football guy, definitely not the outdoor home projects guy. So when it comes to things like deck building, Excel Custom Decks is the true go-to expert. Family owned and operated, Excel Custom Decks uses the finest materials and products and combines that with superior craftsmanship. If you want your outdoor area to shine this summer, contact Excel Custom Decks now. Whatever you dream up for that perfect deck, pergola, or outdoor kitchen, Rob and his family can build it. Excel Custom Decks, decking excellence by design. Visit excelcustomdecks.com today.
Why settle for just a job when you could have a career in the exciting automobile industry? The Auto Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee New Car Dealer members have service, technician, sales, administrative, and management positions available now. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an Adam New Car Dealer.
For current great paying job opportunities, visit adam.jobs. That's ADAMM.jobs.
Hey, boaters!
Some call them oddball parts, but we call them a huge part of our inventory. Dave Doro here from Kendor Marine. With thousands of boat parts and supplies stacked right here in our store, you won't have to look elsewhere. If you need it, chances are we got it, along with expert advice to get your job done right. Hey, boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Hey, boaters!
It's a boater's do-it-yourselfer's dream store. Kendor Marine stocks thousands of boat parts and supplies. Just about everything you'd ever need to keep your boat up and running. Whether it's common or something you think might be discontinued, you can bet on us having it. So don't be surprised when we have just what you need. I'm Dave Doro, and boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Hey, John Mercure here for Colders. Check this out, Milwaukee. Colders is extending their incredible Memorial Day sale for one more week. If you missed out over Memorial Day weekend, now's your chance to shop their guaranteed best deals store-wide. Save big on furniture, appliances, and mattresses only for a limited time at Colders. This is the big sale. And while you're there, check out Flanner's Home Entertainment, located inside Colders showrooms in Grafton and West Allis. Flanner's, your destination for high-quality electronics. And right now, shop a special sale on audio components. Check out the speakers, receivers, amplifiers, and more. Get sound advice at the best price. Colders, I've shopped there recently in Delafield and West Allis. It's your one-stop shop for everything you need for your home. Furniture, appliances, mattresses, high-quality electronics. I just bought a sectional and a bedroom set. You can upgrade your living room all in one place. Design your dream sofa or sectional at Colders, then stop into Flanner's for all the audio. It's the place I shop. It is Colders.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
You can find the Fox World Travel Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts, and, of course, at foxworldtravel.com. Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray and Gene Miller. We have a text that says, my husband and I are 65 years old. We're going on an African safari in July. We've been told that the yellow fever vaccine is not recommended for somebody our age. I'm just wondering if you've ever had anyone contract yellow fever that has not been vaccinated. Also, wondering if anyone has had the waiver and has been denied entry into the country. That's another.
Yeah. So what I would say is I am not a doctor and I don't play one on TV or the radio. So I would talk to my healthcare provider. They know more about this. But you can find out everything you need for any kind of international travel that you're going to be doing by going to the CDC's website, the Center for Disease Control.gov, cdc.gov, and put in your country that you're going to be traveling to, and it will give you vaccines and medicines. Now, what I want everybody to be aware of is there's two different things that they talk about. One is a recommendation and one is a requirement. So are you required to have certain vaccines to get into South Africa? And when I look at the CDC website, it says routine vaccines are recommended, which is polio, shingles, measles, mumps, rubella, flu, diphtheria, chickenpox. Those are the recommended routine vaccines. They talk a little bit about COVID. They talk about cholera. They talk about Hep A, Hep B, malaria. I would delve very deeply into that malaria situation because the CDC recommends that travelers going to certain areas in South Africa take prescription medicine to prevent malaria. And you can read all about that. They talk about measles, rabies, and several other things. Now, yellow fever, the CDC recommendation, the vaccine is not, in bold letters, recommended. Vaccine is not recommended. Direct travel from the United States, vaccine is not required. So it's not recommended and it's not required. It's only required if you're coming from an area that has yellow fever. And so we do not have it in the United States, so you don't have to have that. But with all of that said, I have a little disclaimer. That's today's information. And again, this is why you keep watching that, or you book with a travel professional who's going to keep an eye on something like that. So, for example, on Jean's Scotland trip, we knew last year plus when we booked this thing that we were going to be required to have what's called an ETA, an electronic travel authority, to get into Scotland because it's part of the United Kingdom. Jean, tell us how that went.
Very smooth.
Yeah.
There's an app. You just had to take your picture and answer a few simple questions, and I think it was $21. So they did get that off of you. But that's the world we live in now. And it was we were done in 5 minutes.
And what happens is, several months ago, the guests on Jean's trip got an email from Fox saying, this is what you need to do. This is how you do it. I think we even included on that one a very, very informative little YouTube segment. Yep. And voila, it was done. So always certainly rely on your travel professional. If you don't have a travel professional, rely on the tour operator with whom you booked. And if that doesn't feel comfortable, you still have to be your own advocate for your own health. Continue to monitor that CDC website. That's going to be where it is.
Very good. Good question. Thank you for texting that in. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. We're going to take our final break. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
You may be known as the city of brotherly love.
Enjoy Philadelphia, city of brotherly love.
But with us in town, you won't need your glove.
Fly ball deep right. It's going to win the game. Abreu's going back and watching it sail. It's a grand slam.
The Brewers head to Philly to take on the Phillies.
Oh, my goodness, Christian Yelich.
Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts today at 2:30. We are the home of the Brewers, WTMJ.
When you come to our showroom, you'll find more than a dozen glass shower door displays. Now that's what you're going to want to see, because browsing a bunch of options usually spurs ideas that you've never even thought of. And when you walk around with one of our glass shower door experts, you can ask questions and get assurance. We're here to help. And after nearly 50 years in the glass shower door business, there's not a whole lot we haven't seen. So don't worry, your project's about to be put in the very best of hands. At Les's Glass Service, you can count on our experience that makes it easy to promise top-flight installation. Glass shower doors are our specialty, and we're out there humping it every day to add to our portfolio to make the next project even better than the last. This is Stacy Sinks. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
What do your favorite vacation, investment portfolio, and backyard all have in common? The perfect theme for your next call to Outdoor Living Unlimited for a new dream backyard. Outdoor Living Unlimited can bring your best vacation to your backyard and show you what a worthwhile investment back into your own property can look like. New deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and a must-see automated pergola? Let Outdoor Living Unlimited design your new space, build your new space, and you can relax in style at home. Find us at OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Plenty of vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Remind you one last time here, when you text FWT to 855-616-1620, what do you get, Rose Gray?
You get all the information about Gene Miller's upcoming trip to Portugal, which is happening, well, we've said it today, like it's a year from now.
A year from right now, you could be in Portugal.
Yes, exactly. Well, you'd be on a plane to Portugal probably. Well, no, you'd be,
May 30th.
You would have landed.
Yep,
you would have landed.
Yep.
Yes, and so we know, first of all, there's a discount that ends on June 30th, so that should, get some of you excited. And then we also know that Gene and I will be traveling to Scotland with 40 fun people, more than 40, I think, in 2 weeks, and we are going to be promoting this trip on that particular trip as well. I feel like it will sell out, and that's the way it happens.
It's Portugal. It's red hot. It's a river cruise on top of that. So you start in Lisbon. We head north to the Douro River and head east from there. I've got my bearings straight. I believe so, yeah.
That's right.
And we will see all manner of things, historic cathedrals. The architecture is amazing. The stone that they use, it's luminescent. It just glows. You see these photos. It's like, is that real? Has that been photoshopped? So there's that. There's the incredible cuisine, the friendly people. And again, it is the heart of Portugal, wine country. So they have 7 distinct regions of wine, different altitudes, climates, and so forth. And the one we are going is the Money Shot. It's the best part of Portuguese wine country.
That's right. So a little addendum to, or additional information about the safari situation and all of that, travel.state.gov. So cdc.gov and travel.state.gov. Those should be bookmarked, and you should be looking at those all the time. Gene just asked me how are passports these days, because he's thinking his is going to expire in a year.
I think next year, yeah. So.
Yeah. And you can renew those online. We've talked about that. It's relatively simple. There are some qualifiers that they list. If you meet all of those qualifications, then you can, in fact, go ahead and do it online. Renewals are taking really, really little amounts of time. But again, we never want anybody to trust that process. And then on that particular website is where you can also register any international travel that you're doing. And we talk about this at least once a month. It's STEP. It's the STEP program. It's Smart Traveler Enrollment Program, and it basically tracks your trip. And sometimes people say to me, I don't want the United States government knowing where I'm going. Well, we've talked about that as well. They once they scan your passport, they know where you're going. So if they're going to come and help me in case there is any turmoil or trauma or terrorism or anything happening in my country, I absolutely positively want them to come and help me, as they did so many years ago in Egypt, which is kind of what started this whole program.
So Gene mentioned his passport expiring at some point next year. What's the general rule on a trip?
Well, normally we say 6 months validity on your trip from the day that you're returning, because if you do get stuck there for a health reason or something like that, you want to make sure. Now, many, many countries, again, travel.state.gov, you put in the country, it'll tell you what the validity for a U.S. passport is, what is required. Some countries have 3 months. Some countries have 6 months. Some countries don't have anything at all. I still would make sure I had some validity, and I like to say 6 months on my passport no matter where I'm going.
Because if you get stuck there for some reason, you want to be able to get back.
Getting your passport processed can happen in another country. That's why we have embassies and consulates and those kinds of things. But it's a pain.
Have you had to do that with anybody?
Many times. Too many times.
She didn't even hesitate.
Because people do not listen, and they have their first of all, we tell them don't walk around with your passport on you. There's a lockbox in your cabin or in your hotel or wherever. And second of all, I told you not to put your passport in your back pocket and walk around Paris. That was a very bad idea. And so, yes, then we do have to get them replaced.
Have you ever heard this travel tip? I heard this week. When you get to your hotel and you put your passport and your money and everything, jewelry, whatever you're going to put in the safe, put a shoe in there with it.
I've told that story many times.
I've never heard you say that.
I learned that from Rose.
Yeah.
So what I tell people is we don't do it until it's the day before you're going to leave.
Okay.
Because if you say, what shoes am I wearing tomorrow? And then you put one shoe of that pair in that particular safe deposit box, and then you can't leave because you don't have
I've never
shoes.
heard that mentioned.
Yes.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's a great life hack,
Yes.
a great travel hack.
A great life hack. Okay. Anything else you want to say to everybody while you're still here?
Please come to Portugal with us. We'd love to see you a year from now. I'd love to meet and greet you and show you the country. It's going to be new to me, too, so learn together.
Watching Gene experience new things is always fun.
And I can
giggle
say
a lot.
all the interactions I've ever had with Gene have been positive. He's such a nice guy. I can see how it'd be fun to travel with you and Luann. So hopefully people take that to heart and will actually come. We know they will because they sold out this last trip. So why not do it the next time?
Thank you for the kind words today, Dayton, from start to finish. And I'd love to travel with you sometime, too. It'd
Yeah,
be a blast. Talk some radio.
We'll make that happen. Rose Gray, tell everybody what you guys all do besides this trip we've been talking about so much
We
today.
have. So we can do absolutely anything with the possible exception of Greyhound bus tickets. You want to do an Amtrak vacation? We can help you with that. You want to take your kids to Disney World? We can help you with that. You want to do a 7-country, 12-day trip? We can help you with that. So we do group travel. We do individual travel. We do meetings and incentives. We do destination weddings. And we also do a great deal with corporate travel as well. So if you have business travel needs, we're your go-to.
All right. FoxWorldTravel.com is the website. We do this every Saturday at 9 o'clock right here on WTMJ, the Fox World Travel Show. Thank you for being along. Thanks for your calls and texts that you sent in. Rose, you got one to take after the show here from Jeff and Kimberly. Jeff, we'll get to you. Hang on, buddy. And coming up next, Danny Clayton and the crew from Annex Wealth Management will check into the WTMJ Breaking News Center as well.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma Brands.
Welcome back to Ask Hassleus.
Your showrooms are employee-free.
Give the mattresses a try with no pushy sales guy.
Why?
To save you money.
How much money?
Our 42 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393.
That's pretty good.
And through Monday, purchase a select Beauty Rest or Silly Posturepedic mattress in any size and receive a free adjustable base. Plus, free next day delivery and free financing's available too.
I like the way you do business.
Find the self-service employee-free showroom near you at Hassleus.com.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details.